So I turned 30. I'm not married. I don't have kids, thank God. I don't own a house. My dream when I was younger was to be an actor. The day right after my high school graduation, I drove across the country from Florida to California with my mom in pursuit of that dream. I did many exciting projects and met some really great people, but enter 2023. The film industry gets hit hard by 2 strikes following the major setbacks from the pandemic. Like many of the people affected, I kept holding off until things got better. But I was struggling in many different areas of my life. Friendships, relationships, financially, and then I was met with a decision. My family had just signed a lease to open up a store in Florida. And when I told my aunt how lost I was feeling, she said, "Since you're in this transitional phase, why don't you come and help me open the store?" She offered that I could live rent-free, save up money, in exchange for working at the store, help get it up and running, and then being on my way. And as you can imagine, after struggling in LA with no car, I thought, maybe this is something I should look into. But my whole life was in LA. The connections I had made, a town that I was familiar living in, and the industry I wanted to be in. It felt like leaving Los Angeles was me leaving my dreams behind, but it also felt like the universe was trying to push me out of the city. A cycle needed to come to an end, so I went for it. Fast forward, August 2025. I've been living in Tampa and helping my family for the past 3 months at the store. Then come my first trip to Europe for my cousin's wedding. And when I came back from the trip, all I kept thinking was, how can I just stay here when there's so much beauty in the world and cultures to experience? I sound like a broken record, but that trip changed my life. And ever since, I've been chasing that same high. I needed to travel more, I needed to see more. I just didn't know how or where. And so conversation came up about what I'm gonna do for my birthday. It's a milestone birthday and it has to be amazing. My aunt asked me, have you ever been to New York? And I said no, but I've always wanted to go. Yeah.
I never know how to act in these things.
And this was it. I decided that this trip signified the ending of a long chapter and the beginning of a new one. A life of adventure, of spontaneity, a life that would allow me to redo moments in my 20s that I felt I was unable to live.
All right, so I have completely lost my family. I'm on 14th and 8th, trying to get to the Pier 57. My phone died. I got this far. I will give it one honest try to find them, and if not, I'm just gonna head back to the hotel, charge up my phone, and go find some dinner. All right, I spoke to a cop. I asked how far of a walk the pier was from 14th and 8th. They told me about a 10-minute walk. The sun is still setting, which is the whole reason we were gonna go to the pier to begin with. So we're gonna see if I make it. I'll make it, but we're gonna see if I find them. Okay, well, I found them, and now we're gonna have some soup dumplings.
So, we just saw Rat.
If I could go back and give my 20-year-old self 5 pieces of advice, this is what I would say. learn to budget, learn financial literacy. Not everyone is gonna like you, and not everyone is gonna wanna be your friend. When a man shows you who he is, believe him the first time. You can't make a man love you, especially if you don't even love yourself. Confidence, preparation, and timing will get you into rooms, even if your resume alone couldn't. You see, it's all about perspective. Whereas a lot of people would feel behind in life if they didn't have any of the things I listed in the beginning, I see it as I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do it. And although that's exciting, and it feels like the world is at the palm of my hand, it can be very overwhelming. It can be easy to feel directionless and lost and like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that brings me to the number one thing I learned in my 20s. It's gonna be okay.
Do it all again.